DreAllDay.com.
Now tuned into the show where you learn the discipline to show up day after day to do the work, the confidence to put yourself out there boldly and authentically, and the mental toughness to continue showing up, doing the work, putting yourself out there, even when the success you've expected to achieve has yet to be achieved. And on top of all this, you get a huge dose of personal initiative. That is the go-getter energy that moves any one of us, including yourself, to go and make things happen instead of waiting for things to happen. And then we put all this together into a series of frameworks, approaches, insights, strategies, and techniques, all underneath the umbrella of one unifying philosophy that is called work on your game. My name is Dre Baldwin, also known as Dre All Day, and welcome to the show. And today's topic is stop chasing vanity metrics. Before we get into this, so remind everyone, send out a text message every single day, guaranteed to have you focused, sharp, and on point to start your day. That text message, I call it the daily motivation. It will do just what I told you it's going to do. So all you got to do to receive it, because you want to, text me at my number, 305-384-6894, and you'll be in my text community. It's free of charge to join. We also send out a Monday motivation every week, and we'll tell you your options for which messages you will get, how often, etc. As soon as you text me, it's free to join my text community. Secondly, Work on Your Game University. That's a place where I do all my coaching. If any of you has ever wondered, I wonder if I could have Dre as my personal coach, if I could have Dre as a person to hold me accountable, if I could have Dre as someone who can help me who can take a look at what I'm doing in my business and assess, where I may be strategically, I may have some flaws, or where my systems are not working the way they need to be, or can help me get in the right frame of mind for doing the business that I want to do and building the business that I want to build. Well, the answer to that is absolutely, I can help you with that. However, you got to meet me halfway. And the way you meet me halfway is by going to workonyourgameuniversity.com. And there you can see your options. You can schedule a call with us. You can join one of our group programs, and we get it moving from there. But you got to take the step forward. I can't take that step for you. You have to choose to take it. I just told you how to do it. Again, workonyourgameuniversity.com. Now, all that out the way, let's get into today's topic, which is stop chasing vanity metrics. Now, what this episode is about, and those of you who don't know what vanity metrics are, let me give you a definition of the phrase coming from a website called tableau.com. Vanity metrics, quote, vanity metrics are metrics that make you look good to others, but do not help you understand your own performance in a way that informs future strategies. These metrics are exciting to point to if you want to appear to be improving, but they often aren't actionable and aren't related to anything you can control or repeat in a meaningful way. In short, then, vanity metrics are the data and numbers that you can accumulate that do not directly relate to doing actual business, i.e. making money. So that's my definition. I don't know where the quote ended. So these vanity metrics, I think the quote ended at the first sentence. Vanity metrics are metrics that make you look good to others, but do not help you understand your own performance in a way to inform future strategies. Everything else was my words, by the way. So again, they're exciting to point to. You want to appear to be improving, but they aren't actionable, aren't related to anything you can control or repeat in a meaningful way. Actually, I think that's their definition. I didn't mark where I ended the quote. But the whole point is, vanity metrics are the data and numbers that you can accumulate, but do not relate to actually doing business directly relate to actually doing business. Doing business means you're making money. Vanity metrics do not make you money. And many people get distracted by and focused on these metrics, vanity metrics, for a few reasons. I'm going to get into those reasons here in today's episode, and hopefully save some of you from using up your time too much chasing vanity metrics. These vanity metrics are usually found and chased via social media. Now, I'll give you a few episodes where I'll talk about social media and staying away from the matrix that they get you in when it comes to, especially when it comes to the metrics. But I'll talk about social media in many episodes. How to control your social media use, episode 2644. How to take your life back from social media, episode 2396. How to use social media for business the right way is episode 1895. Episode 1690, a dirty secret that social media platforms don't want you to know. Episode number 1114, how much does social media matter to or for your business? So those are episodes you should refer yourself to. You can find those at workonyourgamepodcast.com, by the way. And let's get into the topic. Let's get into our points, rather. Topic once again today is stop chasing vanity metrics. This is not the energy, the calories that you want to be burning, not for this reason. Number one, we get focused on vanity metrics because vanity metrics are easy to notice. They are attractive to the uninitiated, and the social media apps make them easy to accumulate. This is the reason people focus on vanity metrics. Vanity metrics, by the way, are the metrics you can accumulate in your business that have nothing to do with the bottom line of your business, and they are not even happening in your business. So just to be clear what I mean by that. All right. Every social media app that you use, let's see what we got here. X/Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Threads, Facebook, TikTok, and whatever other apps you all are out there using that I don't even know about. Any metrics you accumulate on any of these apps are vanity metrics. Every single one of them. Likes on your Facebook post is a vanity metric. Subscribers to your YouTube channel is a vanity metric. Views on your videos, vanity metric. How many people watched your reel, vanity metric. How many overall likes you got on TikTok, vanity metric. These are all vanity metrics. How many people liked or viewed your post on LinkedIn? These are all vanity metrics. Now, this is not to say that you cannot use these numbers to help drive your decision making and your actions. That does not mean that they're not vanity. They're still vanity metrics, because if you're using the numbers to drive what you're going to do, then that might mean you simply want to get more likes, more followers, more subscribers, more views, etc., which a lot of people do. They use social media and they look at it to get that specific outcome. And depending on the way that you want to build your business model, maybe you can decide to put your trust in one of these platforms and build everything you do through there. It's like somebody who's a really famous YouTuber and they got a bunch of viewers and subscribers on YouTube and they make a lot of their money through making YouTube videos. That's their thing. They have decided to hitch their wagon to YouTube. And they are trusting that YouTube is not going to screw them over at any point and thus collapse their entire business. I choose to go a different route. Now, if you want to be that person, go ahead and be that person. There are people out there and plenty of examples of them. If you want to go that route, then I'm not telling you not to go that route, but I am telling you be careful of the vanity metrics, because those vanity metrics are the metrics that belong to the social platforms that do not belong to you. Your followers are not your followers. They're not yours. If you want to test this theory of how many of your followers are actually your followers, go to any of your favorite social media apps and delete your account. And then tell me what happens to all the people who are following you when your account is effectively deleted. Well, the answer is nothing happens to them because they're still there. They didn't go away. So if they were your followers, they would get deleted too. If you deleted your thing, they should disappear the same way you disappeared. They should go wherever you go. They don't go wherever you go. They stay there because they were never yours in the first place. Okay, your followers are borrowed attention. And you are borrowing it from the application that owns the access to those people, which is not you. Only way you know you have access to someone is if you have their direct contact information: email address, phone number, physical address. You don't have one of those three things, then they're not yours. Oh, you got their screen name on Facebook? No, that's not your follower. Because again, if your account goes away, that person doesn't go away with you. They don't go with you, do they? Okay, so it's not yours. All right, that's what I mean when I say vanity metrics. And many people get caught up in the vanity metrics game. As what I just said, they're easy to notice, so people can easily look at them. And unfortunately, a lot of people who don't know better, the uninitiated, as I said, these vanity metrics are attracted to the uninitiated. So if I go somewhere and tell you that I have 1 million followers somewhere, you'll be very impressed, and you will start to draw conclusions that may not actually be true about me just because of the number that I told you. They're attracted to the uninitiated people who don't quite understand how business works. And most people don't understand how business works. Even those who are actually in business don't know how business works. So because they're easy to notice, this is what people chase. Same way that people chase the actions rather than getting their mind right, because it's easy to see actions. You can't see your mind, even though what happens in your mind is much more important than the actions that you take, because your mind controls your actions. But people will much rather pay attention to the actions and put resources in doing more actions rather than putting resources in getting their mind in the right space, because they don't understand how one controls the other. And they think it's the opposite direction than what it actually is. So, and also one more thing, excuse me, social media apps make it very easy to accumulate vanity metrics. They want you to chase vanity metrics, because the more you chase that metrics, that means you had to be on their app and you had to be using the app and posting stuff, creating content, running ads, giving them money. And that's exactly what they want you to do, because that's how they make more money. It's a cycle that they have. They got a whole system to do this. So with all that said, therefore, most people pay more attention to these vanity metrics than to the numbers that actually matter in their business. And these are the numbers that actually matter, are numbers that most people don't even know what numbers actually matter. Most people don't even know which numbers to look at. They just know what they got. I got this many followers. I'm getting this many likes. I got this much engagement on my last post. Those are all vanity metrics, folks. Again, it's not to say that they don't matter at all, because if your thing is you want to build up your following, and if you have a strategy for taking the vanity metrics and turning it into actual dollars, most people do not. Most people may talk about it as if they do, but they really don't. They're just randomly doing stuff. Now, remember, what did I tell you about having too much in common with most people? What did I tell you? So you want to avoid that, right? Most people chase vanity metrics, have no idea how the vanity metrics they accumulate are having any effect on the bottom line of their business, and therefore they're chasing the vanity metrics for nothing. They're giving all their resources to a social media application and getting nothing back. They're getting no return on their investment, except the ego boost and the dopamine hit that you get from accumulating these metrics that don't actually do anything for the bottom line of your business, assuming you are actually in business. And business is about the money, in case you didn't know. Point number 2. Today's topic, once again, is stop chasing vanity metrics. Number 2, a lot of people use social media for business. They use it as part of their business. Maybe not the whole business, but part of it. I use social media as part of my business. This is a smart thing to do. Why? And see, all these things that people say is a smart thing to do, they should be able to articulate why. I'm going to tell you why, so you can borrow this answer. Because there are a lot of human beings on social media, and human beings are the ones who pay us the money that flows into our business. So if I want to share my message with a lot of people, I should probably get on social media, because there are a lot of people on social media. That just logically makes sense. However, metrics on social media that many people go after, such as likes, followers, subscribers, views, engagement, etc., those metrics matter to the social media platforms. They are not the metrics that matter to you when you're running a business. The metrics that matter to you when you run the business are the metrics that determine where the money is coming in and when the money is going out. Those are the metrics that matter. Metrics that matter in business are the money metrics. These are not money metrics. Those things that I just gave you, those are not money metrics. Likes, followers, subscribers, views, and engagement, none of those are money metrics. Now, in an indirect way, viewers can lead to ad revenue on YouTube and some other apps. Facebook/Meta sometimes does that with Reels. Sometimes. They don't do it all the time. Sometimes they'll do it. But it's also an indirect step, because there's a second step. You got to get the views, then you got to have the right ads on there. Whatever ads get run, then you get paid off it. And if your channel is demonetized, then you can't run the ads. So just because you got the views, you're not going to get the money. So it's an indirect step. And often many business people feel like they have to go, or they think as if they have to go the indirect step through social media in order to get to the money, when you do not have to do that. You don't have to accumulate vanity metrics in order to then hopefully turn some of those vanity metrics into opportunities for making money. So I had somebody reached out to me not too long ago, and they said, well, I can help you, or they theorized, they didn't have any proof, but they theorized, I can help you get more views on your YouTube videos. And then based on what kind of system you have set up, then every number of views that could lead to you making a sale. And then see, that's all theory. First of all, it's all theory. Second of all, it involves multiple steps. Why I got to take that extra step of going through YouTube to get to people who will give me money? Why don't I just go straight to the people who give me money and cut YouTube out of the process? Why do I need to use social media as a middleman? The answer is you don't. And that's the point. And again, it doesn't mean don't use social media. I use social media probably more than most of you. But I understand the business model that I'm running. And I also understand the metrics that matter versus the metrics that don't. You need to know the metrics that matter for your business. So those metrics matter to the social media platforms, not to you. These metrics, likes, followers, subscribers, etc., these are means to an end. They are not an end in itself. But many people, again, are fooled and impressed by these metrics, even though it has very little bearing on what is happening in a person's business. Metrics you get on social media have little bearing on what's actually happening in your business. Only time these metrics matter is when you can connect them to tangible business results, i.e. receipts and sales, also known as money in the bank. Somebody comes to me telling me something about how they can help me acquire vanity metrics, and I get these messages every day. My response to them is, all right, tell me how what you're doing actually puts money in my pocket that doesn't require me. And if any part of their process requires me, and I say, well, what do I need you for? What do I need you for? All right, if I got to do something, so you're going to help me do this, this, and this. And then they'll say, well, then based on what you have, then you can sell more of that stuff. But what do I need you for? Now, if your service is not putting money in my pocket, then I'm not paying you for it. That's all I let them know. If your service is not going to put money directly in my pocket, if you're not walking me straight from where we are to money going in my pocket, then I don't need you. I'm not interested in what you're selling. And most of the time I ignore these folks, but you get a lot of these popping up, and I get why they're doing it. Like, they can get ignored by me and told that what I just said by me, but it's okay, because if they just go to another person, they'll sell somebody, because a lot of people are caught in the matrix of feeling like they need to get vanity metrics as if that's going to lead to them making money in their business, when again, most of the time it doesn't. And I'll get to that in a second. I think I have it in my Trying to see if I have it in my notes here. Yes, I do have it in my notes. So I'll be talking about that in point number 3. Just want to make sure I don't leave it. But receipts and sales, money in the bank, those are the metrics that matter in business. Those are the results that matter the most. Everybody understand? Money in the bank are the metrics that matter in business. That's the most important metric. So anything you're paying for, you need to understand, how is this putting money in my pocket? If you can't explain how it puts money in your pocket and you don't understand how it puts money in your pocket, you might not need to be doing it. I would suggest you consider that before you invest in anything. I get offers all the time from random people telling me they can help me acquire metrics. Again, when I respond, I tell them, tell me how this makes me money. And if the usual answer is, they'll say, well, the more of these vanity metrics you acquire, you'll get more likes, more followers, more subscribers, more views, etc. Then the more chance that you can make more sales, because now you got more people seeing your stuff, right? Theoretically, this is true. This is 100% true in theory. But if you're the salesperson and you can't show me how your process directly leads to the money, because see, that what I just explained to you, I got to do something. See, now I got to still have a process. So you're going to give me a whole bunch of subscribers and followers and likes and viewers, right? Now I got to do something to turn those viewers into actual money. So again, what are you doing? Are you doing, I'm paying you to get vanity metrics? No, that's not the business that I'm in. And none of you should be in that business either. Okay? Unless you can show me how your process leads to money, or you can show me that you've helped someone else follow your process and they made money. Unless you can show me that through your vanity metrics offer, then I don't need you. Show me how your vanity metrics scheme puts money in somebody's pocket. If you can't show me that, then I'm not interested. That's the business that you're in, folks. All you entrepreneurs out there who are using social media because you need to be on it. And listen, you might need to be on it. There's a lot of people on social media. So whoever you're looking for, they're probably on social media. Not all of them, but probably. Anything you invest in, how is this making me money? And the person who's selling it needs to be able to show you. If they can't show you, move on to the next person. Point number 3. Today's topic, once again, is stop chasing vanity metrics. Here's the secret in plain sight that many people don't understand. Okay, you want to know what it is? This is the secret hiding in plain sight. Vanity metrics are not a leading indicator for making money in business. They are not a leading indicator for making money in business. Many vanity metrics sales people telling you that they'll get you a certain number of followers or views or subscribers or likes or engagement, etc. They will sell you on this concept, this theory, that if you get more of the vanity stats, followers, subscribers, likes, views, etc., that will lead to you making more money because, hey, you got more people following you. So of course, some of them are going to buy and you'll make more money. That sounds like it makes perfect sense, right? It's not true. This is false. That is a falsehood. So anybody who didn't catch that, rewind this and listen to it again. This is a very important falsehood that you should not be gaffled by in the future, because I just laid it out for you. Vanity metrics are not, N-O-T, not a leading indicator of making more money in your business. In other words, getting more followers and subscribers and likes and engagement does not mean you're about to make more money. It does not mean that. Many amateur salespeople will try to have you believe that this is the case. I'm telling you, it is 100% false. It is not the case. If social media metrics, vanity metrics, are an indicator of anything, folks, they are a trailing indicator. Those of you who don't know what that means, I will explain it. If they're an indicator at all, they are a trailing indicator, not a leading indicator. So let me explain these two concepts so you understand. A leading indicator is a truth that usually precedes a future truth. That's a leading indicator. In other words, when you see A, that usually means B is about to happen. That's a leading indicator. When you see A, B is about to happen. For example, if you look up in the sky and you see a bunch of gray clouds on what was a sunny day 10 minutes ago, that's a leading indicator that it might be about to rain. That's what a leading indicator is. When you see those gray clouds, it's a leading indicator of rain. On the other hand, a trailing indicator means that you're seeing something that's a sign of some truth that already occurred. So if you see B, then that means A probably already happened. For example, using our same example, if you come outside after a 2-hour nap and you see that the ground is all wet and the leaves and the trees are all dripping water, what is that a trailing indicator of? That it probably rained while you were sleeping. So this is a trailing indicator. So some things are trailing indicators. They show up after something happened. Some things are leading indicators. They show up before something happens. Everybody understand this? So someone having a ripped physique and big muscles is a trailing indicator of the fact that they've been in the gym. Now, it's not a leading indicator. It doesn't mean they're about to go to the gym and start working out. It means they've probably been in the gym working out for some time. That's how they got that physique. Everybody understand what I'm saying here? Good. So social media metrics. I'm bringing all that up to say this. Social media metrics are a trailing indicator, not a leading indicator. If anything, they may not even be that. In other words, what's happening on your social media and the stats of your social media are usually, if anything, they're often not even this. So I keep throwing that disclaimer out there because I don't want y'all to get this confused. They often aren't even this, but if they're anything, they are showing what has already happened in your business, not what's about to happen. So in other words, you see a person with a bunch of followers on a social media platform. That's a reflection of the fact that they're already doing a healthy amount of business, not the fact that they're about to do a bunch of business. In other words, you acquiring a whole bunch more followers today does not mean you're going to make a bunch more money tomorrow. That's not what it means. Usually your followers increase after you have done a certain amount. As you do the business, as you continually do more business, your followers increase while you're doing the business. It's a, again, trailing indicator. You start doing more business, you get more followers. That's how it happens. Not you get more followers, then that means you're going to do more business. And again, a lot of amateur salespeople try to sell this concept. It is not true. And again, if they contest that it is true, okay, then this is all you got to do. Ask them to show you proof that their process that collects vanity metrics actually puts money in somebody's pocket. Ask them to show you how it works. And if you can't understand it after their explanation, then don't do it. That's it. Your stats on social media, folks, are not a precursor to making more money in your business. Not everyone who follows you on social media is a buyer or customer. So just because you got followers on social media doesn't mean you got a bunch of potential buyers on social media. You got a bunch of browsers and freeloaders on your social media. They didn't have to pay to follow you. So there's no, that somebody following you on social media is not a leading indicator that they will give you money. So here's another one for you. Somebody following you on social media is not a leading indicator that they are willing or able to give you money. Somebody watching your YouTube video is not a leading indicator that they are willing or able to give you money. In other words, you get more views on your videos. That does not mean you're going to make more money just because you got views on your videos. Now, depending on what's in your video, depending on what you're doing, and depending on who's watching it, that could lead to more money. So there is a strategy to getting more people to see you on social media. I'm not saying there's not one, but just on vanity metrics alone is not a good enough reason to take anybody up on an offer to help increase your vanity statistics. Everybody following what I'm saying here? Okay. I don't want any of you getting scammed by these fools. You, business owner, you need to do the work of figuring out what actually brings people into your world. The people who become your paying clients, your best customers, you need to find out what brings them in. How are they finding you? Why are they connecting with you? And why are they buying? When you know the answers to those questions, that's what you focus on. And I have a pretty good feeling that the answers that you find will have nothing to do with what you're doing on social media. Now, they may have found you on social media, but what you're doing on social media is not the reason why they buy. That's not the reason why they came into your world. And that's not the reason why they keep buying. Now, it doesn't mean that they are not following you, but that's not the reason why. And there's a difference between the two. This is the kind of level, this is the level of detail and the level of granular that you need to be at as a business owner so you know what the hell is going on in your organization. And many of you entrepreneurs, unfortunately, I talk to a lot of people every day. Many entrepreneurs have no idea what's going on in their business. And you're led around by nonsense statistics that don't really mean anything. And you're chasing those stats, accumulating them even, and still nothing is changing because you've been taught an inaccurate formula. So if you've already been trying but not getting the results that you want, like focusing on the thing that you need to do, that's a leading indicator that you need to fire yourself from the job. So let's say you believe that you know what makes people find you, why they're interested, and why they buy. Let's say you know what that is, yet you're still not getting the results you want. Then that means that's a leading indicator that means this is the precursor to something that needs to happen. That means the person in charge of this process, which is you, needs to be fired because they don't know what they're doing. You have an incompetent person on top. That's you. Everybody following what I'm saying here? All right, am I saying anything that is wrong? Now, you may, who knows, be offended by the approach. I'm not really concerned with how you feel. This is not a feelings. This is not a feeling space over here at Work on Your Game. This is a performance and results based business, not a feelings based business. So you, business owner, if you feel like you know exactly what to focus on in your business, yet your business is still not producing the desired results, that means you need to be fired. Doesn't mean you shouldn't keep running your business. It means that you should no longer be in charge of the overall strategic direction of the company because you don't know what you're doing. Now, you, in a general sense, will always be in control because it's your business, but you need to bring someone else in to help you get the strategy right so you actually start doing the right things that produce the right outcomes. This person is usually in the form of a coach or some type of masterminding, mentoring, things like that. Something that you invest money in. Because when you invest money, you pay more attention. Just how it works. This is the cost to be the boss, folks. You want to be a boss, you got to learn how to be a boss. Point number one. The topic again today is stop chasing vanity metrics. Again, vanity metrics are metrics that make you look good to others, but do not help you understand your own performance in a way that informs future strategies. And I'm explaining to you why you need to stop chasing them. Point number one, we focus on vanity metrics because they're easy to notice. They're attractive to people who don't understand the business. And social media apps make them easy to accumulate on purpose because they want you to spend as much time and money on the app as possible. That makes them money. Number two, a lot of people use social media for business. This is a good thing to do because there are a lot of humans using social media. But the vanity metrics on social media, likes, followers, subscribers, views, engagement, etc., those metrics matter to the social media platforms. Those are not the metrics that put money in your pocket. When you're running a business, the two metrics that matter the most are receipts and sales. That means somebody giving you money. If that's not happening, then who cares about the rest of your metrics? We need to find out what puts money in our pocket. I get offers all the time from random people who claim that their process will help me make more money, but all they have is theories. They have no proof. Anybody tell you that their thing can make you money, they got to show you proof, period. Number three, here's a secret in plain sight that many people don't know. Vanity metrics are not a leading indicator of making more sales in business. If they are anything, often they are nothing, but if they are anything, they are a trailing indicator. In other words, there's something that shows up after you do more business, not something that shows up and says, oh, because of this, you're going to do more business. A bunch of your followers on social media don't have any money and they will not spend any money and they ain't going to spend it with you. Just because they're following you on social media doesn't mean anything. They came in completely for free in a way that was extremely convenient. If you're selling something like high ticket masterminds or coaching and things like that, it's not convenient and easy for people to make that investment and they're not coming in for free. All right, so they have nothing in common with your social media followers. You may notice that many of your best clients and customers are not the same as your most active social media followers, people who comment on every post and they're the first ones to say something when you put something out. They're the ones who join every live stream you do. You'll notice that many of those people who are so active on social media are not very active in your sales customer list. Notice that? They're not the same people. You should keep that in mind and think about what that means for your business when you're looking at social media metrics. All that said, make sure you text me so you're in my text community. You get my daily motivation, comes out every day, Monday motivation every week. My number is 305-384-6894. Also, workonyourgameuniversity.com. It's the only place I do any coaching. Anybody want to work with me directly, you do it at the university. Go to workonyourgameuniversity.com, schedule a call to get with me or somebody on my team. Find out where you're at, where you want to go. If we think we can help you and think you'd be a good fit, then we'll tell you what it looks like, how it works. That's workonyourgameuniversity.com. Work on your game. Dre, all